Hey guys, and welcome back to Core Meets World. This is episode 3. First, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. When I started this project, I really did not think anyone was going to listen to it, if I'm being honest. So, being able to hear, you know, uh, just feedback on the episodes, like people referencing like parts of the episode that were like 40 minutes in, like that's just so crazy to me to be able to see that people are actually like tuning in to Core Meets World. And I don't know, I just like I'm really overwhelmed by that, and I'm really excited for the future of this podcast because I just wasn't expecting to like actually have an audience. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm really excited about that, and I'm really happy that y'all are enjoying the podcast. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback, so so I'm really excited about that, and genuinely thank you so much for tuning in. It really means the world. Um, so to start off today, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the podcast, I guess, in its entirety and my plans for it, just to give everyone some details and a little heads up on, I don't know, like the future of Core Meets World. So, first of all, I just want to talk about the guest. So, obviously, last week we had our very special guest, our first ever special guest, Tolu. Tolu came on the podcast. It was a blast. It was an amazing episode. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that, go back and listen to Tolu's episode. It was amazing. They did an amazing job, very entertaining. But that leads me into my next thing. So, I just wanted to say basically, I'm going to do a guest every other week. And probably I don't know. I think in a few months of doing that, then I'm gonna choose someone to be a permanent co-host on Core Meets World. So I'm really excited about that. I think that'll be really fun. It could potentially be Tolu, but like if they want to, but just let me know like how y'all feel about that. I would say the count is about 30 people have asked me to be on the podcast. So yeah. 30 people have asked me to be on the pod, which is exciting. But yeah, we're going to go through, have some hosts here and there. And yeah, we're going to pick a co host. I'm excited. I would love to have a co host on Core Meets World. That's going to be really exciting. Another thing regarding the podcast is I really, really, really want to implement a video feature, of course, because I know a lot of people don't want to just a lot of people aren't podcast listeners, but they will watch something. They can't like just focus on something that's just audio. But I mean, y'all can just like play this in the background while you study or while you clean or like you do music. Like, I don't know. But I agree. I like video podcasts better too. So I really do want to implement a video aspect of it. However, I'm not exactly, I don't know. I just feel like that would be so much work. Like cutting the podcast up and getting it scheduled is already kind of a lot, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is because I have to like go back and listen to all this myself and like cut out the unimportant parts or the controversial parts. I definitely have to do that a lot with Tolu's episode. Not necessarily their fault, definitely mine, but cutting out parts that shouldn't be in there and et cetera, et cetera. So that's already taking a lot of time. So when I add a video aspect to that and like the video editing and attaching it to the podcast actual audio, like that's going to be a lot. So I got to figure out a way to do that. I would actually love some help with that. So if anyone just is a huge fan of Core Meets World, of Core Meets World and likes videography or recording or photography, anything to do with cameras, you can reach out and maybe do some pro bono work for the pod. Maybe help me out with the video aspect of it. I would love that. But enough for the boring stuff. Um, this is kind of the like Core Meets World section, like where I'm just talking about my life. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give a little life update right now, like where I am, what's going on, what I'm doing. So like I talked about in the first episode, like this semester is definitely like a how do I say it? It's definitely like a self care, self preservation semester because I feel like I really needed that after last semester. Not just last semester was great. I had a blast. It wasn't bad at all, but I feel like I was getting consumed. Like I was saying before, I was kind of getting consumed with those around me and not really leaving any room for myself, if that makes sense. So like I've really like took initiative with that and like really done things that are benefiting me and just kind of putting myself first in that sense. But I mean, we already talked about that. But now I kind of want to talk about like what that's looking like for me and how that's changing some things in my life, and I would definitely say it's caused a big shift, y'all. Like, like all the things I'm a part of, all the things I do on campus, are genuinely things that I'm enjoying. So while I'm like always busy, like 2 to 3 meetings in practice, like volleyball practice every day, all that, like, well, not volleyball practice every day, it's like 3 days a week, but you know what I mean. Like, those days of class, and then like 2 meetings back to back, and then there are meetings overlapping, and then sprinting from meeting to practice. And, like all that sounds hectic and terrible, but like really it genuinely is so rewarding to me because I have the opportunity to explore so many things that I enjoy. Um, so many things that I enjoy, and I've had the opportunity to also be on exec for every club I'm in on campus, and I love all the clubs I'm in. So it's just like an amazing opportunity to be able to have an impact and just spread it to other people. But yeah, also I would like to, like, I don't know, I just feel so at peace, y'all. Like, I don't know why. I do think it has a lot to do with, like, I was saying, like, the self-reflection over the break and removing those people and things from my life that weren't serving me. Um, like, I genuinely feel so at peace all the time. Um, I'll do like a rosebud thorn with my friend Nick at the end of some of our days, and I I genuinely have had such a hard time finding my thorn. Like, I haven't allowed things to stress me out. If I can't get to it, I can't get to it. I prioritize school and prioritize, those commitments I've made, while also simultaneously prioritizing myself. And once I realized that that's the key, like, I genuinely am so happy at this point. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just, every day is a peaceful. I love, another aspect of that is, this semester I am in all major classes. So I have 3 major classes, 2 business classes, and honors class. So it's just been, I don't know. It's been great. I love all my classes. I've been having fun in class. I look forward to class. Like, sorry. It's just genuinely been such a rewarding semester already, and I'm just so excited. And it's just been so much advancement for me, not only professionally and academically, but personally. But enough about me. Sorry. Enough about me. Um, I want to implement this new segment, right? It's called Alert Core Liner. Now, if you don't go to UNC, you might not understand this reference, but basically, when things happen on campus, like a thunderstorm or, you know, when things happen on campus, we get a message called an Alert Carolina. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to implement a segment called Alert Carolina, which is just my take on some things going on campus. So yeah, this is the first episode where we're doing Alert Carolina. I only have one thing on the docket because for Alert Carolina, as far as campus news, and it's just, oh my god, this is really off brand for me, y'all. But I'm gonna talk about the basketball team because, like, wait, like, I'm really not a, if it's not volleyball, I don't really care about sports. But Carolina basketball, like, I went to my first UNC basketball game last week, I think, and they are doing amazing. Like, they're doing great. They're winning. I feel like this could be our not semester, our year. Sorry, our year to beat Duke. I mean, we already beat them in football. I had an amazing time that night. Last semester. So I genuinely feel like this could be the semester where we beat Duke in basketball, and I finally get to rush Franklin. Yeah, I better get to rush Franklin, y'all. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, like, I know it's kind of off brand for me to talk about basketball. Like, y'all know, I do not care about basketball, but I'm just really, really impressed by the basketball team. Like, I don't know, I'm really excited for them. They're doing great. They're fighting for it. They want it, and I can respect that. Yeah, it was really entertaining to watch. I really enjoyed the basketball game. Um, what was it? Number 3? Was it number 3? Cormac Ryan. That's what it was. Number 3. Cormac Ryan put on an amazing show. I don't really understand why certain people on the basketball team are more so, like, known than others. Like everybody, throws around the Baycott name, the RJ Davis name. What about Cormac Ryan? And that's what I was thinking the entire game. Maybe it's because I don't ever talk to anyone about basketball, so maybe he is more popular. But I mean, Baycott did amazing. Don't get me wrong. Like he deserves his like fame, or not fame, his notoriety, his credit on campus that he gets. But I just feel like Cormac Ryan put on a show. Maybe I'm being biased, but I was just watching, the game, and I kept noticing he was shining. He was a star. Him, it was him, RJ Davis, and Baycott for me. And Baycott and RJ Davis are obviously very, very known, but that's not the point. But um, yeah, I think Cormac Ryan needs to get his tens. Can we give Cormac Ryan his tens? I mean, like, we appreciate Baycott and RJ Davis. They're amazing. Obviously, they do great, and they get their credit for being great. But can we give Cormac Ryan his tens? Maybe, I might be wrong. People might be giving him his credit, and I just don't ever listen because I never pay attention to basketball stuff. But yeah, that's just all I wanted to say. To wrap up our Carolina basketball segment, like, let's give Cormac Ryan his tens. Give him his tens, take away two because he ate it up again. Okay, moving on. Let's get into the Charlie D'Amelio controversy. We're gonna go into the. Now we're moving into my transitions are not smooth at all, y'all. But now we're moving into the pop culture aspect of Court Meets World, where I'm literally meeting the things going on in the world. And we're gonna clock the Charlie D'Amelio controversy. This to me was very forced. I think people are trying to find something to be mad at her about, if that makes sense. Um, Now I understand that being at the caliber that she's at as an influencer, like she's held to a certain standard, and that's okay. Like I completely understand. That since she chose that life of fame and whatnot, and as a result, she's being put under a microscope. However, she's a human. And I feel like I get so tired, especially the younger celebrities. At this point, Charlie D'Amelio is not an influencer. She is a celebrity. There is a distinction, and she has exceeded the influencer reach. She is a celebrity at this point. And yeah, that's all. But I feel like with the younger celebrities, people act like they've never been young before, because like I personally know that if I was put under a microscope like Charlie D'Amelio was, because she's our age, I think she's my age, she's literally 19 or 20 or something. So I know that personally I would have been canceled. Like, there's no, like, not even canceled, but in controversies, because the standard that they hold these celebrities did not ask to be a role model for y'all's children. And they definitely didn't ask to be a role model for the adults. She's a 19-year-old girl. Oh, I just realized I didn't even tell y'all what the controversy was. I am such a bad host. So basically I'm just going on and on without even explaining what happened. So basically, Charlie D'Amelio, if you don't know who Charlie D'Amelio is, she is one of the biggest TikTokers of all time. She surpassed 100 million followers in like 2021 or 2020 or something like that. She's one of the most followed people on TikTok. She is pretty much a B-list celebrity at this point. B-list is not a job. That's very amazing. She's very up there. She's hanging out with the Kardashians, all this. She has her own show, has a reality show on Hulu. She's a 19-year-old girl that rose to fame on TikTok. Basically, what happened is she was in the Bahamas, and she was recorded while she was drunk. And the thing is, there was nothing bad about it. She was just drunk. Like her friend, recorded a Snapchat video while she was drunk. And I think she may have been slurring her words or something like that. And people jumped on her and said, "Oh, like Charlie's over. Charlie is underage drinking, blah, blah, blah." When at the whole time they're in Bahamas, so the drinking age is 18. She's a 19-year-old girl. Why can't she have a drink or two or three or four? Like, I don't understand that. And I don't understand why people are holding her to this standard as if I'm not gonna say we, as if they weren't drinking when they were 16, 17, and 18 in the United States where it's not legal. But you're getting mad at her for drinking legally in another country. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically what happened. And my point here is that people really need to stop holding these celebrities and influencers to this standard when they didn't ask for that. Like, sure, they asked for the lifestyle of being famous, but that doesn't correlate to them asking to be your child's role model or be your role model or whatever. And this isn't even a good this isn't even a good instance of that, because in this instance, y'all just found something to get mad at her about because she's Charlie D'Amelio. Like, sorry, like she can't be. I don't know. I don't even know what else to say about that. I'm not gonna beat the dead horse. But speaking of dead horses, Megan Thee Stallion's new single. Oh my God. You know, hold on, before we move on, I am so sorry. I really shocked myself there because I didn't know where I was going with that. Wow. I really shocked myself there because I be saying stuff sometimes, y'all. Like, I'm being so for real. I be saying stuff sometimes, and I swear it don't be me. Because genuinely, when that came out of my mouth, I was in shock. I was like, what? What do you mean by that? Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. But yeah. Speaking of dead horses, Megan Thee Stallion released a new song last night, y'all, called Hiss. Now, y'all know how I'm about to take. I've been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this since. I've been waiting for this since she dropped. I've been waiting for this since the court case with Tory Lanez, because I knew that when she came out with music, she was gonna throw a jab at the queen of rap. And y'all know how I feel about Nicki Minaj. She's my favorite. She's my favorite artist of all time. You know, like, she's untouchable. She's top 5 greatest rappers of all time, dead or alive, not female. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj right now, not the horse. Nicki Minaj is one of the greatest. I will repeat it. Nicki Minaj, write this down. Nicki Minaj is top 5 greatest rappers of all time, male and female, dead or alive. Now, with that being said, I'll say this as a stan, as a barb, as a diehard supporter of Nicki Minaj. Nicki was asking for this. I will say that Nicki was asking for this because Nicki has been jabbing at Megan for what, a year? Not even a year, more than a year, 2 years or so. Nicki has been jabbing at Megan. I mean, their beef is not their beef. That has nothing to do with me. I don't care what happened. And I will say I respect Nicki because Nicki is one of the only rappers today that still raps. The whole point of rap came from battle rap. That's where rap came from. And nobody seems to want to, everybody wants to play victim, and everybody wants to say, you know, I keep jumping ahead of myself, y'all. For the people that don't understand what I'm talking about, let me just paint the scene. Let me scope the scenery out. Let me explain what happened. So Nicki and Megan, they were close. They had a song together in Hot Girl Summer. I don't know when that was, 2020, 2019. I don't know. They had a falling out. And from there, I mean, Nicki, once you get on Nicki's bad side, you're gonna catch strays in her songs. And I respect that about Nicki. I love that. If I was a rapper, it would be the same way. I would be, you saw the jab I just gave Megan by calling her a dead horse on accident. That was on accident. Imagine if I sat down and wrote, like if I was a rapper, everybody that I didn't like would be catching strays. So I completely understand that. That's what rap is about. So Nicki, Nicki's been poking Megan for the past few years. She said it didn't start here, but this is just oh, well, it started kind of in C and Green when she said, my margarita pizza with Parmesan and garlic. Dun, 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 dun. These just alcoholics. It started there. That was the first jab Nicki threw, I think. And then, of course, with Red Ruby the Sleeve, she says, I don't go with horses since Christopher Reeves. She says she don't mess with horses since Christopher Reeves. Y'all realize that Christopher Reeves is a man who had a horse accident and died the year that Megan Thee Stallion was born. So Nicki has been poking the bear, and then of course she also said, what did she say? The 40 caliber make her dance like a go-go. Nicki said that, right? Y'all realized that Tory Lanez had a 40 caliber, and in the court files they said that Tory Lanez pointed the 40 caliber at Megan's feet and told her to dance. So Nicki said that 40 caliber make her dance like a go-go. Super fast, that's work to super cat. Yeah. So Nicki just dropped. Nicki has been poking Megan. Nicki has been poking Megan to get in that studio. So that's one thing I will say is that's basically what I'm saying is Nicki has been asking for this. Nicki has been asking for it, and she got what she wanted. You know, like she got what she wanted. However, I'll say this. Megan cleared. I will give it to her. Megan really gave Nicki a run for her money on this song. Like, I first listened, I was kind of bored with Megan's new single. I was really bored actually. But I listened to it again because I was enjoying something about it. Was something that I liked about it on the first listen, but I was still really I was still kind of bored with it. So then I went back and listened to it again in my AirPods, and I was just like, oh, this flow is mean. This flow, like, I was just stuck on her flow. I was like, this is rap. Like, she's really, yeah, this flow was crazy. Like, I was just like, this is insane. Like, this came from Megan. That's what I can say. I feel like I can really pinpoint when there's a ghostwriter in there. Megan wrote this song top to bottom. This is Megan all day. And and I figured out the reason I was so bored with it on the first listen. The reason I was so bored is because Megan has been recycling the same flow since not Cash. I wouldn't say Cash. I would say around Captain Hook era, whatever album that was on. Maybe it might have been Fever. I don't know. But Megan has been recycling this flow, and I'm just so sick of it. Like, I'm so tired of this flow. Like, I mean, it's effective in the sense that and I'm not talking about, Megan changes her flow throughout this song, I'll say that. And I'm talking about one particular part where it's just like, this is the same flow. But I will say there's another part of the song where she switches her flow, and I'm like, oh, this is rap. Like, this is new. Like, there is a new flow in there, but I'm just tired of hearing the same flow from that Cash era. I feel like she needs to start recycling it. She needs to just, but there's a section of the song where she just tears it up, y'all. Like, I will give Megan her 10s on this. I'm giving Megan her 10s on this. This is a good single. Is it going to flop? Yes. Because y'all support her on Twitter, but y'all won't buy her music. And I don't know. I don't know why y'all don't support her. I don't know why y'all don't give her her 10s. Her fans. I'm talking about her fans. Because her fans are really excited about this. No, I haven't even gotten to the nitty gritty of this topic, y'all. That was just me setting the scene, explaining the Nicki Megan lore, and giving my opinion on the song. Now we're about to get into what happened last night when this song dropped. So, I usually catch bars. I am a big rap fan. So usually when I first listen to a song, I can catch the bars. Like, I'm a Nicki fan. Like, that's like the whole point. With listening to Nicki, you gotta have that ear to hear those bars. You gotta have that ear to hear those bars. And surprisingly, I didn't catch the bar for Nicki. And I'm really surprised I didn't catch it. I'm really surprised I didn't catch that bar. But Megan ate. Like, I gotta say it. Like, even as a Nicki fan, Megan ate. She said, hold on, I'm gonna pull the lyrics up for y'all because this was good. I will say, all things considered, this was really good, Megan. She says, you ain't scared of Megan. You're not mad at Megan. You're mad at Megan's law. And that was the bar for Nicki. I honestly feel like that was the only bar that was really for Nicki. She got a lot of people. She clocked, apparently she clocked Drake, Rihanna, Nicki, and a few other people. But Yeah, she clocked a few people on this song, but that bar was for Nicki. And if you don't know what Megan's Law is, Megan's Law is the law that requires sex offenders to be registered on the list. Now, I'm not gonna get into I'm not gonna get into how nasty that bar is, and I don't mean nasty in a bad way. I mean nasty in a in a way that's like, oh, she's done playing. Like that was nasty, and I'm here for it. I am so here for it, Megan. You cleared. You cleared. I will give you that. I'll give you that. I don't like you, and I don't really like a lot of your music, but this record cleared. You got your ones with Nick and Nicki. Nicki is a Sagittarius because, and the thing is, Nicki is a Sagittarius through and through. Nicki did this song came out at 12 last night, y'all. Right? Nicki got on live at 12:30. Hey, Nicki got on live not even an hour later and bullied Megan Thee Stallion. She's a Sagittarius because one thing about us as Sagittarii, we are real. So if we don't like you, we're gonna keep our distance. But when you poke us, oh, you better hide. Oh, you better run. Because that bar, as soon as Nicki heard that bar, Nicki got in the studio. Nicki is a rapper. Nicki is a rapper through and through. She got in the studio. Megan got that little one. Megan got that little one. But when I tell y'all I am scared for Megan Thee Stallion's career, because let's not forget, I feel like y'all seem to forget. Y'all seem to forget that Nicki, no, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm adjusting. Because I'm about to really get into a few things right now. I think y'all seem to forget that Nicki Minaj is the same Nicki Minaj that single-handedly ended Lil' Kim's career with one song. She ended her career with one song, and then the rest of the songs were just assault to injury. Because Roman's Revenge completely destroyed the foundation of Lil' Kim's career. It destroyed it. And then she wanted to have fun. So then she released Stupid Ho, the other song for Lil' Kim. How you gonna play the stunt? She said Lil' Kim was gonna play the stunt double to Michael Jackson's Monkey. She said, "Look, Bubbles, go back to your habitat. MJ called and he ain't having that." She said Lil' Kim looked like Michael Jackson's Monkey, y'all, and laughed in her face. And let's not forget, and I understand y'all gonna be like, oh, that was Lil' Kim, like Nicki isn't that battle rap girl, like, I know what y'all are thinking, but y'all forget, she did the same thing to Remy Ma. See what I mean, y'all? I'm really unwell. Why did I say that? But she did the same thing to Remy Ma. She said, what did she say? What type of bum shoot a friend over a rack? What type of mother leave her one son over a stack? Like, y'all forget that. And Remy Ma hasn't been seen since. Remy Ma has not been seen since, y'all. So let's just do a history lesson here. Destroys Lil' Kim, tears up Remy Ma, and y'all, Lotto thought she was doing something. She said, thought I was gonna kiss her ass. She must ain't took her meds. That's what Lotto said about Nicki, right? And then she said, and then Nicki obviously had a few shady bars in a song, and then Lotto gonna release Put It On The Floor. Now I'll tell you right now, as a Nicki fan, I loved Put It On The Floor. That song was so good. But anyway, y'all don't realize it, but I mean, all of us saw it. Put It On The Floor was a song calling Nicki out, saying put it on the floor. She quite literally says it in the song. That was for Nicki. Like, she said, put it on the flow. I feel like Shawty. Yeah. That was for Nicki, y'all. She told Nicki to put the beef on the floor. She wanted Nicki to come out. So then Nicki basically name drops this woman on her album and said, locks, ho. You use a chop, ho. I'm number one. Y'all go argue over top foe. Clean sweep. You get mopped, ho. Nicki said that on Pink Friday too. So Lotto says, put it on the floor. Nicki says, clean sweep. You get mopped, ho. So she didn't even have anything like. So let's just everybody that has tried Nicki bar for bar has lost miserably. Everybody who has tried, let me repeat that. Everyone who has tried Nicki Minaj bar for bar has lost. Now, I will say this is why I'm so excited about this little beef. Because I will say, out of every female rapper we have out right now, Megan Thee Stallion is the most worthy opponent pen-wise. Because while she does have ghostwriters, she does write a lot, and she is a great writer. Nicki Minaj does not have ghostwriters. That's a whole other thing. So that's another thing. These girls don't write their own raps. Nicki does. Megan does. So I do think Megan is a worthy adversary, and I do think Megan is going to give Nicki a run for her money, but Nicki is going to tear her up, y'all. And Nicki, to go back to what I was saying, Nicki responded within 30 minutes of Megan dropping the song, and got on Instagram Live. Nicki got on Instagram Live and said, "How you got 3 Grammys and can't catch the beat?" She said, "You got three Grammys and can't catch the beat," and then she mocked her flow, which was hilarious. She mocks her flow. And then she releases a snippet of a song. So this is the thing. I knew that Nicki was waiting, because we were all waiting for Megan to come out, right? Bad bleep. She like 6 foot. I call her Bigfoot. She fell off. I said, get up on your good foot. Y'all, that was just what Nicki came up with in 30 minutes. Y'all, Nicki came up with that in 30 minutos. And you know Megan only got one good foot now. She got shot in the other one. Like, she said, get up on your good foot, y'all. She told her to get up. Like, she came up with that in 30 minutes. Nicki is coming. Roman is coming. And y'all, when Roman come out, because Roman didn't even come out for Remy Man or Lotto. Last time Roman came out for another female rapper was Lil' Kim, and that was a bloodbath. So all I can say is prayers to Megan. You did it. I respect you for having the confidence to think that you can go against Nicki. I would like to say thank you, because this is going to be really entertaining for us. However, I am going to say sorry. I'm going to apologize to you now for the way that Nicki is going to tear you up. Oh, she's going to tear you up in the studio. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Megan, but it's nothing personal. At this point, you're just collateral damage. You're just collateral damage, and that's okay. But yeah, this may be a little bit of a shorter episode, but we're gonna wrap it up there. I think that topic enough is gonna. I feel like this Megan and Nicki beef is gonna probably appear on Core Meets World Weekly, because this is gonna be going on for a while, and there's gonna be updates every week. And when Nicki drops her official response track, oh, Megan, you're over. You're chopped. You're cooked. Like. But yeah, good luck to Megan. Rest in peace your career. And yeah, I think this has been a good episode. Thank y'all for listening. If you got this far, I love you the most, because that means you are actually listening, which is really crazy. I still can't wrap my mind around the amount of people that are listening to these episodes all the way through. Like, I don't know. I just can't express how appreciative I am, genuinely. It definitely means the world. You get it? Because, like, it means the world that you're listening to Core Meets World. Okay, I'm sorry. That was lame. Yeah. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great rest of their week. Once again, thank you for listening. And yeah, bye guys.